didn't want to see that. You know how when it says seen on Instagram, I couldn't see that it said seen. Like, it was eating at my ego, y'all.
Don't know, wait on it tonight, I wanna get nasty.
Type of video, your girl is back again with another story time. If you're new to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even gotta say nothing because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's on way. That's on period and Mary Had a Little Lamb. As y'all can see by the title of the video, today's story time is going to be about the time I found out that she was okay with being the other woman, y'all. And I actually been found this out like 2 years ago, but I don't know, like she was watching my story like a few days ago. So I was just like, why is this girl still watching me? Like me and this individual, we don't have anything going on, any ties. I honestly haven't talked to this man, I think since like 2021. But this particular woman continues to like watch my story. She follows me on every social media. She probably watching this video. Hell, hey girl, hey. Y'all, I'm just playing, but nah, for real. She probably really watching this video. But baby, let's go ahead and get into it. And y'all already know, in order for any of my story times to, but before we get into this video, because I already know y'all gonna ask, y'all are always asking about my hair. So let me go ahead and let y'all know that I got this wig from Temptations Beauty. They sell bomb hair, y'all. They have bundles, closures, full wigs. This is a 13x4. It's their body wave. It's their version of hair. When I say this is some of the softest hair, y'all, literally the softest hair I had. I had this hair in for 3 days now. Yesterday, I went to the gym. The day after that, I had an all-day spa, y'all. And the lace is still on, the hair is still giving, like it's very, very voluminous and full. It has a natural, y'all, it has a natural bounce to it. It holds the curl very, very well. And y'all know I don't even do body wave hair. So for me to still be wearing this wig, y'all know it's something about this hair quality. The hair quality is just, y'all, it's so soft and it's just bomb. So if y'all wondering where I got the wig from, that's where I got the wig from. I'll link everything down below. But without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this video. So y'all already know, in order for any of my story times to make sense, I have to give y'all a little backstory. So if you new here, this is your first video you ever watch, you have to watch this video in order for it to all tie together. So at the end of that video, I basically told y'all that I cut all ties with the guy. I don't remember what I named him in that story time, but in this story time, we're gonna name him Two-Faced, y'all, because double life. We're gonna name him Double Life because at that time he was living double lives. I told y'all, when I say I practically lived in this man's balls, I practically lived in his balls. I was always like literally always with him. So boom, after that situation happens, I go to Ludacris' house because like I said, me and her is cool. Like that's my dog. Just because I found out that she was sneaking around with what did I call him? Double Life. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna hit my girl up no more. So I went to her house and, well, she lives in a dorm, y'all, and she had like, I want to say, if you went to FAMU, you know what phase is, and I want to say they have like 8 girls living in one dorm, and I think it's like 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and it comes with like a living room and like a kitchenette or whatever. So I go to her dorm, and when I get to her dorm this particular day, it's just me and her, and I'm still sad about the whole situation with Double Life. I'm still kind of confused, like, damn, like, wow, this whole time, like, this why you didn't really say. I'm asking her, like, damn, Ludacris, and when I would mention him, you wouldn't really say anything about him. You would just be like, like she didn't really say much. You know how like when you talking to your girl and y'all chatting and your girl's not saying much, and usually with everything else Ludacris would have so much to say, but when it came to me talking about this man, she would just always be like, be careful. She would never like say much when it pertained to him. And now that everything blew over, I'm like, oh, because the whole time you knew that he was low-key like had something going on with your roommate. And like I said, y'all, my mind was just so underdeveloped then, because at that time I'm so infuriated with this man that I couldn't even see that she was a fake friend. Like she owed me enough loyalty to tell me like, hey, I think he has something going on with the roommate. And we're gonna go ahead and give the roommate a name. I don't remember her name in that story, so we're gonna go ahead and call her Dum Dum, y'all. So while I'm in the dorm with my friend, Dum Dum comes in there because she shares a room with my friend. And when she comes in there, again, she has the same attitude. She doesn't really say anything to me. She'll say hey to Ludacris, but she would never really say anything to me, y'all, which I thought this was odd because at this time she would watch everything. I was on Snapchat heavy, y'all. I had an Instagram around this time. I think this was like maybe 2017, but she was always just in my Snapchat views, y'all, and she followed me on Instagram. So she comes in the room, y'all, and she doesn't say anything. Like, she may have spoke to Ludacris, but I don't ever remember her like addressing me. I remember me being the one like addressing her. So I'm just like, hey, Dum Dum, do you have a minute? And she's just like, yeah, what's up? And I'm just like, well, as you know, I'm sure Ludacris told you, like, me and double life, like, we're done or whatever. And she's like, oh no, she didn't tell me. And I'm like, well, I basically said that she told me that we were talking to the same person. And she was just like, I was like, how long did you know about this or whatever? Because I wanted to see, like, where her head was at, because I was under the impression that she knew about me the entire time. Like, I was a daytime girl, you was a nighttime girl, like, you know about me. So she was just like acting crazy dumb. Like, she was just like, what? No, like, I had no idea that y'all had anything going on until recently, because Ludacris told me that, Ludacris showed me a picture of y'all that you sent her, and I was just like, oh wow, that's the guy that I've been talking to for the last year. Like, we don't have anything going on serious anymore, but we used to date or whatever. Like, that's my ex. So I'm just like, well, when did she show you that picture of us? Because y'all, the last time I had sent Ludacris a picture of us, me and this guy, was like maybe in the very beginning. Like I told you, when I broke everything off, it was around like 8-9 months into us dating. So I had been broke everything off. So I'm just like, well, when did you see a picture? She was just like, oh, I seen a picture last month or whatever. And me and him, we weren't even talking like that anymore at the time. Like, me and him, we've been stopped messing with each other heavy. But I don't have no car, so he's like my transportation or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool or whatever. And I'm never the type, y'all. Anytime I go through a situation where it has to do with a man and a woman, I'm never gonna be the woman that's gonna fight over a man. Like, I'm never gonna take his side and like I've never been that. I'm a girl's girl, so I'm always gonna team up or double up with the girl. Like, whatever the guy say, it's raps for him or whatever. So I'm talking to Dum Dum, and I'm just like, trying to get the timeline together, because like I said, I was the only one. Well, I felt like at that time I was the only one in the blind, y'all. So I'm just trying to, like, feel her out, whatever. She's just like, yeah, well, me and him started dating like way back when, like, we've been started dating, and we've been broke up before y'all even met each other. Because I'm telling her the whole time, like how I told y'all, like, we met at what's that club called? The Moon. We met at the Moon, and we hit everything off. Like, we had a nice run when we had a nice run. I'm telling her, like, how his old apartment looked, how his new apartment. I'm telling her everything. She's like, okay, yeah, I remember when he told me he moved over there. Because like I told y'all, Dum Dum worked at like Burlington, or I don't remember exactly where she worked at, y'all, but she worked in the plaza like right beside my house. So it would make sense how he was able to like pick her up and take her places, because she was so close to the house or whatever. So I got this timeline together, and she's basically acting like she doesn't know anything, y'all. She's just like, oh no, like, I recently just found out about y'all, and I didn't really care to make a big deal about it or address it, just simply because, me and him, we're not together no more. Like, we messed around like long before, like, we not together. And y'all, she kept using the words mess around and that's my ex interchangeably, which now it makes sense, but at that time it didn't really ring any bells to me. So fast forward after that situation, me and her, like, she kind of basically explained that's why she was standoffish towards me all the time, because she knew that I was dealing with him. Like, she never wanted to be too friendly with me, but she also said that she felt like she didn't owe it to me to say, like, oh, they used to talk, because we're not friends. You're just Ludacris's friends, and Ludacris is my roommate / friend, but we're not friends. And like I told y'all, me, Ludacris, and Dum Dum, we seldomly like hung out all together. Like, we probably within a school year, maybe if there was like a homecoming event, we would probably all carpool together, because like I said, Dum Dum didn't have a car, and Ludacris was like the middle friend, y'all. She had a car, so anytime we hung out, like, I never hung out with Dum Dum without hanging out with Ludacris. So after that situation, me and Dum Dum and Ludacris, we started hanging out more, because like, she didn't have any animosity towards me, y'all. The man was out of the picture. Like, I had told them, like, hey, I'm not talking to the man. Now I'm mingling and I'm dating other people after this. So I felt like she didn't have any reason, like, not to like me or to be standoffish towards me. So me and her, we literally started kicking it. And then it even came to the point where I think that next semester I got a car. I started taking this girl back and forth to work, because like I said, we don't have any animosity. I'm not talking to the man anymore. And she's claimed that they were just friends or whatever, like they didn't have anything going on anymore anyway or whatever. So she was just like, she would see him. Let me back up a little bit, y'all, because also at that time, Ludacris told me, like, when she first spilled the beans and told me, like, hey, he's been talking to my roommate, she made it seem like they were presently talking, like she was still hanging out with him, he was still picking her up and they were still going places. But Dum Dum, when I actually talked to her, she was just like, oh no, like, we've been, he old news, like, we been stopped talking or whatever, like we cool or whatever, like we don't have no beef. If I see him, we speak, but we don't, we cool. So I'm like, all right, cool. So me and her, fast forward, we didn't have any beef. I still live in the same exact apartment complex with Double Life. So like I said, we don't have any ties, but I still live in the same complex with him. And sometimes Dum Dum would ask me if I could take her home from work. And y'all, I would do it just simply because at this time, I think I lived in like Avenue 29, which was on the north side, and Dum Dum lived by FAMU, and I go to FAMU, so I would have to go that way anyway, y'all. And where she basically lived on campus, y'all. It was a dorm. So boom, I would pick her up from work. We would have a little conversation, and y'all, my bad. I would pick her up from work. We would have little conversations in the car. It was all kikis and laugh. Like, it was nothing like ever really serious, because in my eyes, I'm thinking like, all right, he the problem, basically. Like, you knew you was rotating both of us like a rotisserie chicken at Publix. We was the only ones in the blind side. Like, you're the problem. I'm never gonna blame the other woman. So boom, y'all, fast forward, I told y'all, after my second year after Ludacris' second year at FAM, she ends up leaving and she went back to her hometown because, I think it was due to like financial aid. Like, she lost her financial aid due to like academic probation or something, y'all. So she ends up leaving, and me and Dum Dum, we were only hanging around with each other exclusively just because of Ludacris. Like, that was our mutual friend. So when Ludacris went back to her hometown, it was like really no reason for me and Dum Dum to hang out. Like I said, I would still see her around campus because I worked at Chick-fil-A, so she would come in there from time to time. I would hook her up with free food. Anytime I seen her, I spoke to her. It probably was like a few times after Ludacris left the city, I probably picked her up and took her to her back to her apartment, maybe like 1 or 2 times after that. But after that, me and this girl, we didn't really have any connection. I didn't really talk to her a lot after that. So fast forward, it's my junior year, it's my senior year. Again, I'm no longer in contact with, I'm in contact with Ludacris, so we're still friends, but it's no little trio thing. It's not Ludacris, Dum Dum, and me, because like I said, Dum Dum has also, I want to mention that Dum Dum, she was older than me and Ludacris. I think she was like 2-3 years older than us. She was supposed to graduate, like, I think she was supposed to graduate in the year that I came into FAMU, which was 2015. I think she was supposed to graduate in like 2016 because she was older than us, y'all. So fast forward now, I'm no longer living in Tallahassee. I graduated, so I ended up relocating to Orlando at this time. And at this time, I told y'all I literally just woke up, y'all. I had an epiphany one day, and I'm just like, damn, this has been fake the whole entire time. So I end up cutting her off, and right around the time that I cut her off, y'all, I end up doing this story time about Ludacris, and it was this story time right here. It was basically a story time where I'm telling y'all, what story time was it? I'm trying to remember, y'all, which story time it was, but I think it was a story time that I talked about her also being a fake friend in that story time. Never named her. I gave her like, a fake name or whatever. But I think she seen that story time because it was weird. Like, shortly after I posted that story time and I cut her off, y'all, like, the girl, like, I also want to say I didn't announce cutting her off. Like, I feel like if I'm no longer talking to someone, I don't have to call you up on your phone and be like, hey, you know what today is. Like, today's the day that you get cut. I ain't feel the need to do all of that. Like, if I'm cutting somebody because I feel like they were fake or they were never real to me, I don't owe you a explanation. So I never gave her explanation, y'all. But the next day after that, like shortly after I posted that story time, it was either the next day or it was like 2-3 days, like within the time of me posting that video on YouTube, she texts me and she basically invites me over to her house or whatever. And I'm just kind of like, wow, like, this is crazy timing. I just basically in my head made up my mind that, you're cut, like we're no longer gonna be friends. And then now you're inviting me to your house, y'all. And I just felt like the whole vibe of like how she worded the text message, it didn't even sound like her, and it was giving very much like setup. Like, you mad about a video, so you want me to like put, like, am I dumb? Do you think I'm really gonna pull up to your house? So I left the message on read. Like, I never wrote her back after that, and I'm just like, nah, that's weird. Like, I'm not writing you back. I'm not coming to your house. We can't kick it. We can't do nothing together. So fast forward, after that to, I want to say I moved to Texas in like 2021, and I still have Dum Dum on social media. I still have Double Life on social media, but he's not really a poster, y'all. He didn't really post like that. Every once in a while I would see his posts. Mind you, this is years later. Like, the last time I seriously had a conversation with this man was when I was a sophomore in college, y'all. Fast forward, I'm grown as hell. I moved to Texas, and I want to say it was at the very end of 2021. So I've been in Texas for 2 years now. Well, I think next month makes 2 years, y'all. So boom, I'm in Texas now, and right around the time I moved to Texas, I think I posted something on my Instagram story hinting that like I'm in the city, y'all, but I didn't post that it was Texas. I think I just posted a picture of the city. Mind you, I still got Dum Dum on social media. Like, Dum Dum still watches my stories, but all throughout the years, all from junior year, sophomore year, basically 4 years, y'all. It was like 4, let me count. Let me be direct, y'all. Let me see how long was it. Y'all, it was basically 4 years going on 5 years. I had this girl on social media. She always watches my story, but she never commented on anything. She never liked anything. Like, she had never liked any of my posts. So that's just that. And I'm saying that for a reason. Y'all remember that. So fast forward, I'm on social media, and I'm posting like the city or whatever, and I put like, I don't remember the caption that I put on my story, but I hinted towards like new home, new environment. Like, you know how people be like, new year, new me. I was on that type of time. Yeah, I posted it on my story, and Double Life swipes up on it, and he's like, Atlanta ? Congratulations. And I write back, and I'm just like, nah, I'm in Houston, but thank you or whatever. So now we going back and forth in the DMs, y'all, and we're basically just catching up, y'all. It's kind of like he's getting to know me again, and I'm getting to know him again, because the last time he had seen me, I think he met me when I was like 19 years old. Like, I was a child. Like, you're re-meeting me again. Like, we haven't talked. It feels like eons, y'all. It's really been like 4 or 5 years, but it feels like eons has passed by. So he's just asking me like, oh, why you moved to Houston? And he's telling me that he relocated to Atlanta, and this is what he's doing. And we basically are just doing a whole 9, y'all, and we're like catching up with each other. And by this time, Double Life, he was already very well off when I met him, y'all. I told you when I met him, I think he was like 26, 27. He was way older than me, and he already had a little money or whatever. But now, 4 or 5 years later, this man is like super booted up. I click on his page, y'all, and he's like on all of these lavish vacations. He also is into real estate now, so he's posting all of these flips, and he's showing how much money he got. And y'all, the man just pretty much elevated his entire life or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, I see you or whatever. And I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know if it's a Taurus in me, but your girl is a little toxic. So I hit him with the, oh, I miss you, y'all. Did not miss this man. Didn't think about this man at all. I think I was single when I first moved to Texas, and I was in my hot girl, dating girl era at that time. If you're not new to this channel, y'all remember that time when I was just really outside. So I commented and was just like, I miss you. Y'all, didn't miss him. I just wanted to see if he was gonna say, I miss you back. So he reads the I miss you, y'all, and it's weird because I said that I miss you out of nowhere. Like, I'm asking him like, hey, how your brother doing, how your mom doing, and then after that I put like, I miss you or whatever, y'all. We mid conversation. So he sees the I miss you, y'all. The whole I miss you is like left on red. Like, he don't say anything towards the I miss you. So I'm just like, damn, this man really left me on red, y'all. And this is the reason why I don't have receipts right now, because after you tell a ninja you miss him and he leaves you on red, you can't do nothing but put yourself in the casket and close the casket. Like, what can you do? Like, I can't do anything about that. So I'm just like, damn, this nigga really left me on red. Like, Double Life really left me on red. So I think I just ain't want to see that. You know how when it says seen on Instagram, I couldn't see that it said seen. Like, it was eating at my ego, y'all. So I just swipe the whole conversation away. I'm just like, I don't need to see this. So that happens or whatever. And then like 2 days, or maybe it was either a day or 2 days later, y'all. And this should have been a red flag right there. Like now thinking back, or in hindsight, it's just like, why it took you 2 days to think and say that you missed me? Like, why did it take you 2 days? I wasn't born yesterday. But y'all, I was, because I ate it up, y'all. He wrote me back a day later, or maybe 2 days later, and he's just like, I miss you too. You should come to Atlanta. I ate it up, y'all. I'm just like, I don't remember exactly what I said, y'all. I'm really just paraphrasing what I think I said, because like I said, I don't have the receipts for this because it was eating at the ego. So swipe delete, baby. So I'm writing him back or whatever, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm basically, at the time when I first moved to Houston, I told y'all my game plan was for me just to move here and live just a flexible and free life. I told y'all I didn't want to start looking for a job until like 3 months of me being here. I really wanted to get acclimated with the city. So I told him like, okay, that's cool. Like, I don't have no job. I don't know nobody here. Like, I didn't have anything going on at that time in my life, y'all. So I'm just like, yeah, that's cool or whatever. And at that time, y'all, a part of me just wanted to see how it could be. You ever like really mess with somebody, but your morals just won't let you really mess with them like you want to mess with them? It kind of sucks. Like when you get older, people will do things to you and it'll hurt you not talking to them more than you think that it would hurt them. Like when I ended everything with us, like I never really got the closure that I needed, and that was years later or whatever. I had dated other people. It was what it was, but I was just like, I wonder how this would be. Let me just, let me just go to Atlanta. So y'all, when he was just like, you should come to Atlanta and see me or whatever, I didn't even think anything about it. Like I didn't even think deep into it, y'all. I was just like, yeah, like that's cool or whatever. And he wasn't BSing, y'all. After I said yeah, he was asking for my all my information. He was like, do you got a middle name? Do you have this? Like what type of, like what you fly? He was asking me all of these questions, and I was just like, it doesn't matter, like whatever. So I give him my name, my date of birth, I give him all my info or whatever, y'all. And I want to say in like 2 hours later, the man had sent me like a flight confirmation. And at that time, he did ask me like when I was available, and like I said, ain't have nothing going on. So I'm just like, I'm good. Like I'm free or whatever. So he sends me the flight confirmation, and it was like 2 weeks out from the date, y'all, which was strange. The first red flag was that it took him like 2 days, took him 2 business days to write back that he missed me too, y'all. That was kind of odd. And the second red flag was that when he booked the accommodation for me, it was like 2 weeks out or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool, it's 2 weeks out. And between this time, me and him are doing like small talk, but we're not talking every day. Like, and if I post a book or something on my story, he would swipe up and he'll be like, oh, I read that, that's a good book. Or if I posted some food, he would just be like, oh, that look good. Like we weren't having like a really deep conversation. Like it was kind of just like we were kind of re-meeting each other. Like I told you, the girl he met me when I was in college to the girl that I am now, like these are 2 different people. So everything kind of just felt new. Like I was getting closer and closer. It was getting to the day for me to go to Atlanta to see this man. I was getting very like giddy, y'all, very excited. Like all the emotions that I had when I first met him at the club, all of those emotions was just like coming back to me. Like I felt like I was reliving a part of my life that I just never had closure for, y'all. But I was letting it rock. Like we didn't have any like no deep conversations. Like nothing crazy was going on. I just can't wait to get to the part. The whole time when I started this story time, y'all, my brain is just like, Asia, get to the end, get to the end, get to the end. But I gotta give y'all the details so we can put it all together. So fast forward to the day of me flying out to Atlanta. I was flying out also, y'all. He had me flying out for a week. I was gonna be in the A for a week. And like I said, I didn't set anything. Like when he was just like, when are you free? I'm like, I'm free. Like I don't have no friends here. I don't have no job. I have like nothing going up. Like this is the freest I'ma ever be. Like I'm free balling free. Like if the wind goes by, you can feel the, baby, I'm free. Like I can feel the air in my booty crack free. Like I'm free. So fast forward or whatever, he gets me a United flight. I fly there and he comes and he picks me up from the airport, y'all. When he picks me up from the airport, This man is like, when I say he's completely, like, he's the same person he was then, because when I was dating him back in college, he had a nice little two-seater BMW, and he was very well put together. But when he pulled up to the airport, y'all, this man pulls up to the airport with a I-8. The butterfly doors. He pulls up with a I-8, like, fancy ass car. Like, I was low-key embarrassed to get in the car, my goofy self. So when he pulls up, I'm just kind of like, do the doors have to go all the way up for me to get in the car? Because people was like looking back, like, who, like, is that, you know how it is in Atlanta, people looking like, is that a celebrity? Like, who is that? Everyone's looking at the car, and I'm literally getting picked up from the airport. I was cute, y'all, but I wasn't cute. Like, the flight from Houston to Atlanta, it's like an hour, y'all, and it was an early morning flight, and I was supposed to take my bonnet off, but I did not take my bonnet off, y'all. So I'm getting picked up with like messy hair. Like, right when I got to the airport, that's when I took my bonnet off, so my hair wasn't like put together, and I wasn't like cutely dressed, y'all. I think I had on like shorts and like a t-shirt and like a jacket over me. It was giving I just woke up, y'all. I had bed hair. So everyone's like looking or whatever, and I can't, y'all, it was hilarious. I didn't even know how to open the door on the man's car. So he gets out the car, he hugs me, he opens the door for me or whatever. I get in the car, and it was like, when I didn't say anything, y'all, it was like it was so awkward. It was just really, really awkward when I first got in the car. So I'm in the car, and I'm not saying anything. I'm just sitting in the seat like this. I'm like, so, like, how's life? Like, how you been or whatever? And he finally breaks the silence or whatever, and he was just like, Asia or whatever. And I'm just like, a double life? Are you still living a double life? Like, what's up or whatever? But I'm excited, y'all. So we're in the car, and we're doing the whole, like, dang, he's basically looking at me. He was like, dang, you have grown. Because y'all, if I show y'all pictures of me, I literally just posted on that trend. People were posting like, how did you look in like 2017? And I posted, if I post how, I'm gonna post right here how I looked in 2017. If I post how I looked in 2017 to how I look now, I literally, to me, I personally feel like I look like a completely different person. So he's just looking at me like, dang, like, you really grew up. Because like I said, y'all, he met me when I was practically a child. I was a teenager when he met me. So he's just like, Asia, like, Asia. And he's just like staring me like up and down or whatever. And I'm just like, double life or whatever. And we just kind of flirting with our eyes, and we just, you know, looking at each other, y'all. It felt very nostalgic. Like, I felt like I was 19 again. In the moment, like I told y'all, if y'all go back to the first story time with how I first met him, the giggles, the bubbles, the butterfly, y'all, I was feeling all of those emotions all over again. It felt very nostalgic. So I'm in the car or whatever. We end up going to Toast, and we go there, and we, you know, we get something to eat or whatever, and we're just doing, again, just small talk or whatever. We get to this man's apartment, and again, the whole time I'm just giving him his props. Like, I always knew that he was gonna be very, very successful, just simply by like how he was when he was younger. Like, when he was in his mid-20s, y'all, this man will always like listen to like podcasts. He was always listening to like very successful people. He was always in his books. Like, he was always on his grind. So I already knew he was gonna be successful. But when I got to his house, I didn't really know. I don't know, it was like, it was motivating. It was like very, very motivating, because I'm like, damn, I haven't seen him in like 4 or 5 years. And when I met you at that time, you was always very knowledgeable, and he was smart. But it's just like, damn, it really pays off or whatever. So his house is just like laid to the gods, y'all. His house is, everything looks put together. Like, he was always a very clean person. So I'm in the apartment, and I'm just looking around, and I'm just like, damn, like, I can get used to this. Like, big comfy sectional, big California king bed. Like, the pillows is made out of feathers. Like, everything just looks so nice together, y'all. Like, they had a whole concierge at the downstairs at the apartment. Like, the apartment complex was giving hotel, y'all. It was really nice. So we're in there, whatever, we still catching up. He's like doing like work on his computer, and I basically feel like I'm on vacation for this week. And it wasn't until, I want to say it was like the 4th day we've been there. Every day it felt like a vacation, y'all. It was a vacation where I just needed to bring my lip gloss when I went outside, because Mr. Double Life, he was just paying for everything, whining and dining me every morning. We would get breakfast, or if we didn't go out and get breakfast, he would like bring breakfast in. Like, it just really felt good to just be out and about. And at that time, I do want to say that was the first time in my life where I had the opportunity to just live and not like wake up and like go to work. Like I didn't have any responsibilities. Of course, I had like, you know, rent and stuff, but I just felt the most free at that time, if that makes sense. Like I didn't have anything to do. I had just basically left Florida, quit my job, didn't have any friends. I just felt really free at that time. So just being in Atlanta and hanging out with him, you know, it just felt really nice or whatever. But on that 4th day, he left me at the apartment by myself. And baby, why did he do that? I don't care how old I am. Don't leave me at no apartment by myself. That's what he messed up, Mr. Double Life. So he leaves me at the apartment by myself, y'all. I think he had to like, he worked from home, y'all, because he's in the real estate business. But I don't know what he had to do this particular day that he left me in the place by myself. But I woke up, y'all, and that man was nowhere to be found. And it was Asia's playground. So while I'm at the apartment, y'all, I started just like snooping around. And when I say I was snooping around, just simply because although we had met previously, I kind of felt like I was just being like a whole new person again, y'all. And we did talk about like family and kids and like, because at this point he was, I want to say, like 33 at this point. Yeah, he was like 33 at this point. So I'm talking to him about like the family and the kid life. And when we had that conversation, he was just like, well, if it happens, it happens. Like, you know, I'm not in any rush, you know, like if it happens, it happens or whatever. So it was just strange to me, y'all. Like there was no signs of like anything in his apartment. Like I said, it looked like before I came there, he had just hired somebody to like clean his apartment. Like, baby, if you would have went like this, you couldn't even find dust on your finger. That's how like clean his apartment was. So I'm like going through like drawers in the kitchen, and this man don't even have a messy drawer. You know how everybody got a messy drawer with all their mail and all of their junk, like a miscellaneous drawer. He don't even got that in his apartment. Like the apartment just looked too clean, y'all. It almost looked like as if it wasn't his apartment. Like I was staying in one of his rental properties. Like it just seemed like not a livable space, y'all. He ends up coming back home, y'all. I didn't find anything out of the ordinary. Like I said, the apartment just, you know, it just seemed to be what it was or whatever. Fast forward later on that day, I get on Instagram, y'all, and I'm getting spammed by Dum Dum. And mind you, me and this girl have been social media friends. Like I've had her on social media for months now, and she has never liked anything. She's always been a lurker. She's always just lurked on everything and looked at everything like, yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still pretty. Like she's always just looked. She's never actually liked anything. So she starts like spamming my profile, and I'm just like, this is weird. The timing is weird. And if you go back and watch that first video, you will really understand the magnitude of how weird this was or whatever, y'all. It was the strangest thing. So I see her spamming my Instagram. I click on her page. She hasn't posted a picture on her page since like, I want to say it was like almost a year ago. Like she hasn't posted any new pictures. She wasn't never like a picture person, y'all. Like she didn't have like hella pictures on her Instagram anyway. Like there was nothing new on her page since I had last looked. So I'm just like, all right, that's odd. Didn't think much of it, y'all. I was just like, it's odd or whatever. Fast forward, my little week vacation in Atlanta is over. I end up going back home, and when I'm back home, you know, me and him, we're still keeping in contact, but it's nothing really serious. Like I said, I'm like dating other people. He has a very busy lifestyle. I'm sure he's dating other people. We didn't even really mention anything about dating, y'all. The only thing we mentioned was like, oh, do you have a family? Do you got kids? And then once those questions was no, it was just, all right. It was just a no. We never went into any like deep conversations or anything. But y'all, I kid you not.
Okay, so the audio cut out right here, but it was like 2 minutes after I noticed it. I'm telling y'all that I took a photo at his crib. I took it in the bathroom and I posted it on my Instagram. This photo is no longer on my Instagram because personally I don't like it, but at that time I thought it was cute and I posted it, and then Dum Dum liked it.
I put that picture on there, and Dum Dum liked the picture. Mind you, this girl never, when I say never, this girl never, she never likes any of my posts or anything. So that's why I noticed it. And at this time, like now, I think I have I get like over 1,000 likes on my Instagram pictures, but during this time, y'all, I didn't really get much engagement on my Instagram. I probably got like, I don't know, 300, 400 likes, so it was easier for me to like see who was liking my post. And when I seen Dum Dum liking my picture, I was just like, this is new or whatever, y'all. So I clicked on her page, and y'all, when I clicked on her page, tell me why this girl has a picture in this man's bathroom. And she was liking all of my posts and all of my pictures just so I can see that she was still in the picture, y'all.
Dumb idiot.
Bitch, yes. Is that not, y'all, is that not crazy? Y'all, I was in disbelief. I was like, what? All these years you still on this man. Why he ain't married you yet? Why? Girl, like, it was just crazy. And from that situation, I was just thinking like, damn, some women will honestly always be okay with like being a biscuit, rice, corn, a side. Like, baby, she was okay all these years, and I'm sure like he probably have something going on with whoever. Like, that's why like when me and him hung out, it was cool or whatever, but it wasn't like I was thinking like, oh my gosh, we're about to be dating. No, I didn't even, my brain didn't even go there with him. I just thought it was just, I don't know, it was just a very nostalgic week. Like, I honestly enjoyed it. He treated me very well when I was there. But at the time, I was just so surprised that this girl was a piece of leg, y'all. Asparagus. This girl was a mashed potato for all of these years, because I'm sure he got something going on with somebody. Like, you know, he be going on vacation and stuff, and he don't be really posting he going there with. I'm sure there's somebody like in the picture or whatever, and she's just been aside for all of these years. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much the story time on how I found, I don't even know what to title this. What am I gonna title this video? Because I don't know what to title it. How I found out some people will be okay with being a biscuit forever. I don't freaking know what to title this video, y'all. I'll figure it out. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, girly, I will see y'all in the next